Aaroh is home to a wonderful couple, their young 2 sons and their charming grandmother. It tells a beautiful story of amazing experiences. So this project is situated at the edge of Muzaffarnagar city in a newly founded upscale neighborhood where most of the influential families of the old city are now shifting to for the chaos and congestion that they were facing in the old city. This city, Muzaffarnagar itself, is adjacent to the national highway and it's about 150 kilometers from Delhi. When the client had approached us initially, their requirements were pretty simple. They wanted 6 bedrooms spread across 2 floors, and the rest were left for us to design and develop. Their only major concern was security. They wanted a house which had a lot of open areas, which had a lot of outdoor and indoor connections, sit-out areas around the green areas. Our first thoughts of the project was to make a house which was rather inward looking, which would have a world of its own, but within the periphery.
This is the highway which connects Delhi and Dehradun. This is Janset Road which leads to Muzaffarnagar city, and approximately 1.5 kilometers away from the highway is Surendranagar society. The entrance to this society hosts plotted development on both the sides. Second and third plot were taken by our client.
So these are basically 2 400 square yard plots which were adjacent to each other. He wanted a larger house, so they had taken 2 plots together.
Our initial thought was to segregate the private spaces with the common spaces. So we created a vertical axis running through the center of the whole plot, which divided the plot into 2 parts, northeast and southwest. We created a central courtyard in Brahmsthan, and this vertical axis was further accentuated by creating buffers on both the sides. We planned the courtyard to have a double height tree to connect both the floors, and on the northeast part, this courtyard was further extended to create another courtyard which has mandir in the center.
When we started working on the facade, our core intention was to create something which was out of the box, which had a soul in itself. So this crowning sort of connects also both the blocks and gives a sense of magnitude that the house has. And also it helps to sort of break the monotony of 2 solid blocks that we have. The left side block, which is a projection of the northeastern side, that has an MS jaali running across the face. This MS jaali is made out of laser cut MS sheet.
The foyer is placed along the green buffer that we have created between the northeast and the southwest zone.
So intentionally we have made the foyer a little smaller in comparison to the larger areas inside. So that gives you a sense of grandness once you're further inside the house.
When you further move inside, the drawing room is placed adjacent to the mandir courtyard, which leads to the passage. The passage overlooks both the courtyards.
When you look at the left side and you see the mandir courtyard, the large idol greets you and it gives you a sense of strength. So the play of light and shadows is most beautifully seen in the mandir courtyard, and the reason behind that is we've created a terrace on top of the dining floor which is adjacent to the mandir courtyard.
Next to the dining is kitchen, which overlooks the central courtyard.
We've used pastel colors in kitchen, and we've accentuated the whole color scheme by using lacquered glass as the backsplash.
As you further move towards the southwestern zone of the house, there is a family lounge which is double height, is placed along the central courtyard. All the bedrooms revolve around this family lounge.
So the double height wall, which is at the family lounge, is adjacent to the central courtyard, and the sunlight from the central courtyard hits this wall throughout the day, and because it has this grey concrete texture, the quality of sunlight enriches the spatial environment of the space.
The southwestern portion hosts all 3 bedrooms, and these bedrooms again have their private courtyards. From the family lounge, you enter into the master bedroom where the flooring has been continued, and the bedroom has been divided into 3 parts. Central portion is the study area, and one side is the bedded area, and the rightmost part is the lounge area. The lounge area is further connected to the green courtyard area.
The common areas have larger courtyards and the private areas have smaller courtyards in comparison. And the whole concept of the house revolves around the idea that the outdoor spaces are merging with the interior spaces. So we have designed a very contemporary staircase for this house. When you look at it, it feels very light. It is cantilevered from both the walls on both sides. The framework is made of MS and wood is wrapped around the steps.
Moving on to first floor, we continued the buffer that we have created on the ground. Here also, the southwest portion hosts all the bedrooms, and northeast has been kept as light as possible.
So as soon as you enter the first floor, you are greeted with this glass box which encapsulates the courtyard running from the ground floor to the top floor. And because it has a glass enclosure around it, it helps maintain the house very easily.
In the northeastern zone, above the dining room, we have a terrace overlooking the Mandir courtyard, and in the front, across the neem tree, we have a terrace which is connected to the multi-purpose room above the drawing room. The terrace is made private because of the tree in the front. The grey paneling that we did on the 3 sides, on the sides and the ceiling, sort of frames that neem tree. There is a passage along the double height space, and all the bedrooms are again placed along this lobby space.
Because of the amount of daylight that seeps in and the amount of ventilation that happens, in summers also you don't feel that heated up, and the winters are also quite warm. Also because of the orientation of fenestrations that we have used and the kind of positioning that we have done and the layout, the whole house functions very eco-friendlily, and without even using a lot of expensive materials, still we were able to maintain the microclimate in a very positive manner. So apart from the inhabitants which are living in this house, Aaroh, it is actually a home to a lot of green areas, a lot of open areas which are intertwined with the built masses, and it's actually a house that breathes.